Hello darlings! Today's video is going to be a little different. I am going to do some cooking, and this has been a really requested video, I guess. On Clumps of Mascara I do a lot of talking about, well, not a lot, but I have a series, and it's basically fitness and health. And people want to know more about what I eat and all that stuff. I don't know why it's all that interesting, but yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm cooking right now. This is sweet potatoes, and I'm also going to do like a quick quesadilla. I'm kidding, it's quesadilla. And I'm kind of just going to use all the things that I have with me today and make a video out of it. So you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll show you how to do like quick snacks or, you know, whatever for people who aren't used to eating well but want to start eating well. So yeah. Stay tuned. Okay, first up are my greens. What we have today is kale. I purchase kale pretty regularly, about once a week or so. And I've mentioned this before in another video. Kale is a garnish, and it has a lot of roughage and tons of green. It has tons of vitamin K, which is really good for you, so I buy it all the time. I also buy spinach and cucumbers, but we're going to use this for something else. Back to the kale. So I'm going to take this, and I normally put it in a green smoothie, but I'm going to use it today for kale chips. I got this idea from Danny Spees, and I'll put a link of her YouTube channel, which has been really good at helping me do quick, healthy recipes in the kitchen. And so what you want to do with this is, I've already washed it off, but I take it over here, and I put it in a bowl and put tons and tons, well not tons, but a good deal of olive oil to coat all over the kale. Once I do that, I plop it on a baking sheet as I've done here, and I season it. And for this video I did lemon pepper. So olive oil and then lemon pepper, and it's actually pretty decent by itself. I mean, I like kale by itself, most people don't, but we're gonna put this on a baking sheet and bake it for 350 for about 10 minutes, and y'all, when I come back, you're gonna see how good they are. Well, you won't be able to taste, but you're gonna see. So yeah. Okay, so next up is my sweet potato slash yams, whatever, little mixture thingy. I love sweet potatoes. Before it was started off as this. It was actually a lot bigger, and I just put it in the microwave for about 20 minutes or so, got it nice and soft, and then I just mashed it up, and this is what it made. I put a little bit of vanilla extract and sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and I made like a nice little soufflé consistency. Now this is a great side dish. I eat like a cup of it, you know, with dinner or maybe for breakfast. It is full of vitamins and minerals and all that jazz. And I think it's quick and easy to make, and it's actually very tasty. I don't add any milk, no nothing, just sugar, cinnamon, spices, and I'm done. Okay, next up is a quick little dinner that I sometimes do when I don't feel like cooking. Which, by the way, is most of the time. I'm not really a cooker. I just like to eat. Yeah. So we're going to be making quesadillas, and I have here some whole wheat tortillas, and I've got cheese. I never ever really buy cheese because it messes with my stomach. So I don't like the fact that I have to use cheese, but what's a quesadilla without cheese? Yeah. I'm using black beans, artichoke hearts, and fresh tomatoes. It's already been seasoned to my liking, and we're going to toss all this together in a tortilla. While we're waiting on the tortilla to heat up, let's take a look at the kale chips. I just took them out of the oven, and you hear that? They're crunchy, just like regular chips. I also tossed in some sliced sweet potatoes, and I didn't put anything on them. And what we can do is we can just dabble just a little bit of cinnamon, and these are a perfect little snack too. So yeah, y'all, kale chips are crunchy. They taste just like regular potato chips. I mean, not just like regular potato chips, but it's a good little alternative, especially if you are trying to wean yourself off from salt and all of that. This is a great little substitute for chips. I love them. It's a good little snack. So yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat up. Okay, my love, so we're back with the tortilla. And I'm just doing a little bit on half. And then we're gonna take the beans and the tomates. Now remember, you can use whatever you want. You can use rice, you can use chicken, you can use whatever. I'm just using beans and tomatoes because, I don't know, I like them as a combination. I'm not even using any rice. So, yeah, I'm putting a little bit of that. And then I'm going to put more cheese on top. Just a little bit because, again, cheese is no bueno for my estomago. There we go. There we go. I folded over my tortillas and I cut them in pieces, and there we are. Now the problem with using black beans or any kind of beans and tomatoes is that your tortillas tend to get a little soggy, and they're not as easy to cook as if you just were to use a dry food. But whatever. Oh crap. They're still good though. Kind of. Whatever, I'm eating it. Now we're going to do something with one of my favorites, most versatile fruits ever. Can you guess what it is? La banana. Sí, chicas, es una la banana. And I am going to make a nice little dessert. Because sometimes after eating, I always want something sweet. And the old me would just get ice cream, cake, cookies, whatever. But now I resort to making my fruits delicious desserts. And here's how I open my bananas. How cool is this? I pinch the bottom of it like that. And then it just peels back like that. Has anybody seen that done before? I saw this guy on YouTube do it, and I was just like, cool. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so I cut my banana up in little slices. And I made a little mixture here. And the reason why it looks like that is because I accidentally put some oil in. But I put vanilla extract, a little bit of rice milk, and some cinnamon. And this is the sugar I use for when I bake. I normally don't eat white sugar. I usually use gosh, I forgot, but it starts with a T. So this is what I use when I'm baking, and I put all this together and made like a little it's like a liquidy consistency. And I'm going to take some of my bananas and toss them in there like that. And I like to use bananas that are pretty firm. Well, that's just my preference. Now I'm tossing my bananas on some hot oil. Can you hear me? It is olive oil that I'm using. And I'm going to just let them cook on one side for about a minute. Then I flip them over, and I'm going to pour whatever's left of my little mixture here on top. Just like that. And I'm going to let them cook maybe another 35 seconds or so. And I'm going to just pour a little bit of what's left over right on top. And this is okay because all it is really is just a little bit of olive oil and sugar and cinnamon, the little mixture I had before. And look at that. It's kind of like Banana Foster's. Definitely not as gourmet, but it's this good, sweet little treat when you're desirous of something, you know, right after you eat. Sometimes I dip mine in organic blue agave, but this time I don't think I need to because they look like they might be sweet enough. Some people like to put flour on theirs. That's fine, but I don't really need flowers. Not flowers, but flour. Sorry, y'all. It's so good. It's really good with ice cream, but y'all know how ice cream does me, so yeah. I hope I've helped out a little bit with some of my desserts and stuffs. Let me know if you try anything. Peace.